Hello everyone. Today I'll be taking a look at the A9 Wi-Fi camera. Inside the box you get the camera itself, a magnetic stand, a micro USB charging cable, and the instructions, which is in Chinese. Oh, no, there is English. That's it for the box. The camera itself is very plain. There's just an on-off and a mode button. There's your spot for your micro SD card, and the micro USB charging is on the back. And the back of the camera is magnetic. Unfortunately, since the camera is so smooth, the magnet itself is not enough for it to attach to magnetic objects. As you can see, it slides around pretty easily. This camera has a 2.5 centimeter thickness, around 3 centimeters for the front diameter, and 4.5 centimeters for the diameter of the back. The camera also weighs 19.4 grams. This camera charges via micro USB. When it receives power, it will automatically turn on and start recording, and also there's a red LED to show that it is charging. Now this camera takes around 30 minutes to charge. Something I personally don't like is that even if the camera's off, if you remove the charging cable, it will turn on the camera as well. So it will turn on the camera when you first plug it in, and it will also turn on the camera when you unplug the camera. In order to use this camera, first tap the on-off button. The blue light will start flashing. Now if there is an SD card inside, it will automatically start recording. And also this blue light means that it is emitting a Wi-Fi signal. Now the mode button doesn't really do anything, but holding it for around 5 seconds will factory reset the camera. Now the rest of the settings are on the app, so now I'll show the rest of it on my cell phone. First off, you'll need to connect to the Wi-Fi signal of the camera. In the bottom right hand corner, you can access locally saved files that were manually recorded. I should mention that there is no way to transfer locally saved video files on Android to anywhere else. In the camera settings, you can connect to the internet, change your Wi-Fi settings, set motion detection on or off, factory reset the SD card, factory reset the system, and upgrade firmware. When viewing the camera stream, there are options to mirror the video from left to right, top to bottom, and the settings of turning grayscale on or off, the LED indicators, and setting the camera resolution. You can also take manual recordings and photos that will be saved locally onto the device. I should also mention that these apps require a lot of permissions, and if they do not have access, they will not work. With all of that out of the way, here is some sample video. As you can see, this video quality is extremely poor. There is almost no detail captured in the cart that's driving through the scene, and if you look up towards the sky, there is very clear banding going on. Here I tried tracking these birds across the ocean, and once again you can see banding in the sky. I can confirm that that is not YouTube compression. The camera itself recorded that. Also, as you can see, the moment I started facing the sun, everything got blown out. There is almost no detail left in this image. This video quality is so bad that I decided to compare it to my 3DS, which is on the left, and the A9 is on the right. Now fortunately I can say that it is better than a 3DS, but it is not that much better. Performance at night isn't that great either. Anything that isn't well lit is pretty much invisible. Here is video from the camera compared to video on my phone. As you can see, this camera has a very narrow field of view, so any shake gets magnified significantly. I've had a couple requests before asking me to show the internals of the camera, so I'll do that now. It's held together with 2 Phillips head screws. Now here's where the magnet is stored. Upon further inspection, it turns out that this magnetic plate is actually a lie, and the magnet is just that small. That's the main magnet. And there inside is the battery. And there's a look at the lens. This battery is held on via adhesive, and there's nothing on the battery. So here's a production date. It says it was made in November 24th of 2021. Doesn't seem to be any other information on this motherboard. Overall, this is the worst camera I have ever tested. I'll go over some other problems that I haven't addressed. First, this camera does not work at all on its own. Even though I set it to auto record whenever it's on, it often does not do that, and it will create a bunch of 0 kilobyte files while recording only one actual file. Next, when the camera actually does record, the videos themselves are absolutely broken. After around a minute or so, the video will cut out while the audio keeps playing. Additionally, the videos don't even work with most media players. I had to convert them all to work with my editor. When playing raw video files with my editor, you can see that the video is just completely broken. Next, the app is also terrible. It's poorly translated and it constantly disconnects from the camera. And manual recordings only capture the stream feed, which subtracts even more video quality from the base 240p that this camera already is. Next, from my experience, the battery life was only around 10 minutes, but I can't actually tell, because most of the time it's not actually recording or doing anything, and there's no way you can tell if the camera is actually recording. Of course, the video quality is absolutely horrible to begin with, so there's no reason that you should be bothering with any of this nonsense. Finally, I hope some of you found this video helpful, and of course, I hope you have a great day.